Good morning everyone, it's me again Rona, and it's another week for another vlog, and this time we're going to talk about one of the most frequently asked questions, which is how much do I earn as a nurse here in UK? Okay guys, before we start, there are a few things that I'd like to remind you of. First is, I've been here in UK since November 2015 and it's been 3 years already. Meaning to say, there's a lot of difference, or there's a big difference now from my first pay to my current pay. Number 2 is, I'm not an expert on this pay slip things. In fact, I'm not really sure if I know how to compute my hours of work to my pay. So don't ask me specific questions about this. It's just that I'm gonna read to you what my payslip was when I started. So the reason why I'm only telling you my first few payslips is that what matters is for you to know how much you will earn the moment you come in here in UK. And after working for a few months or a few years, you'll eventually find out how the pay system works here in UK, and I think you'll be more of an expert than me. So with regards to the pay system here in UK, there is this so-called band levels. So a staff nurse is considered a band 5, and if you become a specialist nurse or a sister, you become a band 6, and then there is this band 7. Now, I'm not an expert on this, so if you want to find out more about it, you can just click or search it in Google or anywhere, band levels in nursing in the UK, or I could put a link in the description box down below, so just click it if you want to find out more. So after the band levels, there are certain pay points. For example, a standard band 5 nurse has pay point 16, 17, 18, and there's top of the band. Now, when I first came to UK, the range was different. Now, a standard band 5 nurse is ranging from this to this. Yes. Now, the last note that I would like to tell you before we proceed to my first pay is that coming here to UK, it's always different according to your trust. So, I think when I asked a few of my friends who came here to UK, they started as healthcares, which is a band 2, while we started as pre-registered nurses, which I'm not sure what band. But the moment I got my pin, they changed it to a standard, or the first point of a band 5 nurse. So let's start. Here is my first few pay slips. I think I have from December 2015 until, let's see, April 2016. Now, I'm not gonna tell you what trust I'm working from or what pay point I am already in, but again, I'm just gonna start from my first ever pay. Now, when I came here to UK, we've also been offered weekly allowance of £100 until I actually have my pin. Okay, so from December 2015, which is just a month after I came here to UK, my gross pay was £1,819. This time, there were still no taxes deducted from our pay, and this was the time that we were still preparing for our OSCE. Basically, we just worked, and then afterwards, we went for our practice hours or our training sessions. And then there was still no time for overtime work. We're still not allowed to do those things, so we're just getting the basic pay. Also, by the way, before we proceed, if you're asking why I have a pad paper, so it's electronic now, or pay slips, you can just print it. I do have the hard copies. It's in my drawer, but I can't really be bothered to get it, so we just use this. And I think a few information has been removed here, but yeah, that's my basic pay. And my hourly rate then was £10.08. Also, when we came here to UK, the agreement was my trust or employer will pay for our visa and our OSCE, and then eventually, and also some miscellaneous expenses, and eventually when we come here to UK and start earning, they will just be deducting it for 18 months. So I had £185 deduction for 18 months, so you can just do the math and do the conversion, because the conversion rate at that time was obviously different from today, so you can just convert. Afterwards, we have the pension. Now, I like the NHS pension scheme because, for example, let's say you're going to be paying around, let's say, 5%. This is just an example. This is not the exact percentage rate. For example, you're going to be paying 5% of your, or 10% of your salary towards your pension. The NHS actually takes 20% of your salary and pays it on top of what you're paying towards your pension. So really, at the end of the working years or when you retire, you'll have enough money for your pension. So aside from the salary deduction, there is the pension, and again, we're still free of tax. So eventually, my net pay was 1,413.44 pounds. Again, you can just convert. So next is January. January, I still had the same rate, which is 10.8 pounds. This was the time that I was still about to take my OSCE. So it really just remained the same, still no tax. And then by February, where I was already a band 5, standard band 5 nurse, because I passed and I got my pin at the end of January, my hourly rate now changed from 10.8 to 11 pounds. Not a big difference, but it still changed. So the our annual salary rate here was 21,909 pounds. Now you can see the difference because now it's around above 23,000. Still, you have your pension and the 18 months salary deduction. But this time, because I was already a band 5 nurse, I already have my PIN or my license, I could do overtime. So also there are a few days wherein you work on weekends and holidays, which is what they call as enhancement. So may mga nadagdag pa sa akin on this time. Now, March 2016, I'm really sorry if this is quite disorganized, but I'm having a hard time to discuss this to you guys because I don't really want to give you wrong info. But yeah, so moving on to March, I had a net pay of 1,528 pounds. Now, that is already minus the pension and the salary deduction. So, hindi pa dito natatapos yung 18 months na salary deduction namin. Pero yung net pay ko was already increasing. March 2016, I already have 1,528 pounds, earning with a rate of 11 pounds per hour. Now, I know it's little. I'm pretty sure there are places or trusts out there, especially in London, which gives a higher rate. Now, I am located here in the northeast of UK. So, the lifestyle or the living expenses here is quite cheaper than UK. So, considering that, obviously, mas malaki yung sweldo sa London. They have the bigger pay, but in contrary to that, they also have bigger expenses there. So, para sa akin, parang same lang rin. And to be honest, I like the northeast more. I think London is good for holidays. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. This is just my opinion, and I've been telling this to my friends. I like London just for like a holiday destination, but not for work, because I'm a bit of a slow-paced type of woman. Well, not really at work, but you know, ayoko yung working pace dun sa London. Also, there's another thing that I want to tell you is that the payment here in UK is every month. So here we receive it every 28th of the month. So if it's the weekend or a holiday, then we receive it earlier. So it just really depends on the day. But yes, we receive it monthly. Right, now that you have a picture of how much I was earning back then, I would like to tell you that in terms of my rent, I was staying with a few other nurses and you were paying around 250 to 290, I think. This here is my second house now, and in here we're paying around that same range, but bills inclusive already. So you can reduce that from the net pay, and then it's up to you whether or not you have the planned phone, which I have, so reduce that as well. And then you need to pay the council tax. So here there are 6 of us, so we're paying around 20 to 25 pounds council tax. And then bills again are inclusive to our rent, so that's one positive thing in our place or in our stay here. So I can't really tell you anything about that because we pay, well, separately. You should pay for your bills, which is the water, the electricity. Also, there's the TV license. What else? The internet. So those things, before we were paying it on our own, but this time it is inclusive on our bills. So I can't really dwell on it, or I can't give you details about it. Regarding food, it's up to you how much you eat monthly. So, and also it's up to you where you want to buy. There are places or shops here, same as other places, na this one's cheaper, this one's more expensive, but they both taste the same. So it's really up to you guys. Me, I think I spent around 250 quid. I'm not sure. I might be wrong. It might be more than that, really. So that's how I spend my monthly pay. Another thing is, if you're helping your family back home, as for me, I think it's a Filipino culture to help our families back home. You also send that or take that away from your pay. And then aside from that, you also have to save. I cannot stress more on saving. So yes guys, don't forget to save. Make sure that the moment your pay comes in, get a certain amount from your pay and save it straight away, because especially that you're working here in UK, you don't know what's happening, so you need to have emergency funds, you need to have money set aside. Now another suggestion, or rather advice I'm gonna give you, is that you need to be satisfied of what you have. I know there are certain places here in abroad which earns or which gives pay more than what I'm earning, but I think it's a matter of being satisfied. No matter where we are right now, we're still earning more than what our fellow Filipinos are earning back in our country, and we should be grateful for that. So we need to be satisfied. Yeah, we need to be satisfied, but in contrary to that, if you also want to earn more, you feel like this pay is not good enough, I want a higher position, I want to have a higher pay, then go for it. It's a matter of achieving your dreams. If others can, then you also can. There you have it. So if you like this video guys, hit thumbs up, comment down below if you want to tell me anything, suggest anything, or ask anything, and please do subscribe. I'd like to hit my goal this year, so please do subscribe. And beside the subscribe button is a bell, so please do click it so you will be notified when I will upload my new videos. Salamat sa pagkita. See ya!